What's up, bros? Gef's back. Welcome back tonight. And before I start, let me inform you all that Gef is ill tonight, so any snuffling and sneezing that happens is fully Teg. But in the meantime, we have a dual behemoth review of the Sinn U1 and the MM300 SLA023 from Seiko. And before I get started, let's just slap it off with a few bubblers. Come on, you Spurs. Crystal Palace tonight. But in the meantime, first things first, let's just look at the state of the anti-reflective properties of these two watches. Of course, the Sinn appears to have no dial, and that's because he's treated with a dual AR coating, top and bottom of the crystal, sapphire crystal. But look at the difference there in comparison to the marine high. Nothing wrong with the high. Stay freaky, bros. For the beach, keep all feathers retarded, never give up, in the face. But in this case, the Sinn is winning 24/7 on a daily, bros. So this is the Sinn U1 fully Teg version. Look at him. Almost impossible to detect reflections. I mean, it is quite staggering. But this is the 1000 meter water resistant Sinn U1 with a diameter of 44 millimeters, a lug width of 22 millimeters, a thickness of 14.7 millimeters, and a lug to lug of I don't know what. So let's have a fucking quick look at the state of the lug to lug in the face for the beach. What is the lug to lug? Well, it's very tricky, but we're looking at, I think, 50.4 there, 50.5. That's what's up. So this watch costs, this is the fully Tegimented version, as you can see here, from Sinn. And it comes with a fully Tegimented bracelet and beautiful screw down case back with the tegimentation on there. This is the Seewasserbastana. That's a fucking bullshit. It is insanity. So of course you can pay £2,850 for this, or you can slap a £2,410 version which only has the Tegimented bezel. Mr. June price for this fully Tegimented 1-year-old mint piece was 1,750 British zlotys, or you could pay £3,190 for a mother of pearl homo or some PVD faggot for £3,045. But get rid of them immediately, because this is the only one you will ever want. But how does he compare to this bastard? And this is the point of this video. I know I've reviewed them both before, but both of these watches cost basically 2,800 British pounds. This one's a £50 more, but what do you get for your money? Well, not a fucking lot. I mean, the U50's available for any of you spaghetti eyes who want a smaller twerp with less resistance, but get rid of yourselves immediately. Kill yourself now, because it's a waste of time. This one comes with a top grade Sinn regulated SLA023 200-1 26 joule 38-hour power reserve moving around the dial at 28,800 VPH, so quite a smooth sweep. And as you can probably tell, it's a bead blasted piece of metal. And now this is no ordinary metal, this is U-boat style submarine steel. German I'm not going to say the word, but this is the German version of steel. This is similar to 914. H-link bracelet is featured. Look at the state of it. Hex screws are featured on the first 3 links. You've got a swing arm that's fully milled of Elder style, which means stainless steel. Unfortunately, we do have the Sinn stamp clasp here with its homo as fuck divers extension. Plastic still on there. Get rid of it immediately. It's not for the bitch, but it do have some tapering, and it is, I must say, high quality, very well done. No double deploy. It's press fitted, but it is a freak. But if there's one thing Sinn could do to upgrade their twerps, it would be to upgrade the clasp to include some on-the-fly ratcheting, which they haven't yet featured. Massive crown here, and of course the ubiquitous Lego stick hands, which are quite fantastic. The mission timer bezel, which is fully tag, features a 60-click variety of clickerage, and look at him as he turns. It's not to everybody's taste, but it does feel very good. Fortunately, he is featuring a captive system, so this bezel will not pop off under any circumstances. In the depths of the deep blue briny, when Mr. Shark or whale is snapping at your tit flaps, you will not lose your bezel, because he's screwed on, and you will need some kind of micrometric screwdriver dran to remove him. It's a deep-dished black dial, which is insanity as fuck. The text is preferable to me. You have Sinn, minimal as fuck, U1, automatic in German, and 1,000 meters or 1,000 bar, and then made in Germany there. The bottom of the set. This is the mission timer, and with his 7mm crown, which is signed with the Sinn S. This is something quite fantastic. This is a behemoth, which is not to be underestimated by any of you twerps. I can tell you now, and I'll put it on the wrist, that this watch has been on the Wolf Watchfinder for 6 days and has come in at +6 in 6 days. So that's less than 1 second a day. AAR sapphire, invisible crystal. It's just an absolute freak of nature. German engineering. I mean, come on, guys. What the fuck do you think about it? What do you think about it? Get rid of yourself now if you don't like the H-link on the Sinn U1. This is a true priest amongst the vestry. All kinds of shit's going on in the vestry. Nobody's complaining about it, and that's why we have the Sinn U1. But what do we have to compare him to? Well, this is another £2,800 twap, and of course it is the Seiko SLA023 MM300 Marine Master 300 with a similar VPH movement of 28,800 twerps per hour. Unfortunately, this watch only survives up to 300 meters. But he has a diameter of 44.3, a lug width of 20 millimeters, a case thickness of 15.4 millimeters, and all kinds of gains. But we have a lug to lug here of 50mm. So these watches are almost identical. But this one wears a hell of a lot smaller because of his tiny dial. He features an 8L35 movement from Seiko, which is a -10 to +15 rated, non-regulated movement with a 50-hour power reserve. Excuse my coughs, I am actually quite ill. And he has a ceramic bezel insert with a beautiful 120 click. I mean, it's really ridiculous. It's my favorite bezel action I've ever felt. The blue dial has depth, luxuriousness. I mean, in every kind of light, he offers you something else. Not like this black bastard here, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this is austere, and this is luxurious. There is a true comparison to be had. Look at the state of them both for the page. Unbelievable. But of course, one thing the Sinn doesn't have is Seiko's on-the-fly ratcheting extension, which you can operate such as thus. Such as thus. We can click in and out. Now, it's not the most beautiful system I've ever seen. In fact, it's quite hideous. But look at this pressed clasp with 4 micros. I mean, come on, guys. Of course, you would get Seiko's bracelet with push pins compared to the Sinn with its ridiculously excellent hex screws. So that's something to consider. Of course, it masquerades as a 3-piece, but it's much more than that. It's a pastiche of a facsimile, because it is not a 3-piece. It's a 1-piece link. And it's masquerading as something that it is not. Drape not even once, bro. Get rid of that with male end links all around the peen. Of course, the Sinn also features some kind of male link, but, between the two, I would probably prefer the Sinn's H-link to the Hattori Payat's bracelet. It's up to you. Of course, on clasp technology, I mean, even though both of them are from the ancient history of the past, I would probably choose the Seiko because you can adjust it on the fly. There we go. But, of course, this Seiko comes with something that the Sinn can never feature, which is Zaratsu polishing and Japanese design language. I mean, have you ever seen a case like this? The German is austere, Bauhaus, fantastic but extremely basic, compared to this Japanese warlord with his faceted everything and incredible beauty. Look at the state of this. The Zaratsu polish is like a mirror in betwixt. You may see your testes and gonad sac whilst you bathe in the glory of its reflective majesty. Look at that. And of course, handsets here, well, these are the two of the best. Look at them both. Both completely different, but excellent in their own ways. The Marine Master, for me, has the best handset in the history of twerpery, whereas the U1 has its unmatched Lego or Roblox style hands, which are quite incredible. Many people don't like them. I do like them, but they're not normal. There are no pretenders here. Both of these are Insanity Bauhaus versus Soku Shinbutsu. German engineering versus Japanese design language. Which one would you choose? Neither one is wrong. You've got a 250 Vickers of stainless steel with Seiko's Deer Shield taking it up to 500 Vickers. You've got a monocoque case, no case pack is featured. Everything comes in from the front. Here we have a Tegimented German watch, which means that we have 1200 Vickers of U-boat style, almost impossible to scratch unless you really take a hammer to it. This is something quite different. Polarizing, totally opposite, but Zaratsu polish, mirror polish, glittering fantasy versus pure bead blasted tegimentation. Two titans going head to head. Where can we go with this? In my mind, the only place left to go is a fully retarded for the beach version of Gethin Christian's own Loom Wars. So here we have Seiko's Lumi Bright at the top end of its tier. This is the top end of regular Seiko, and here we have Sinn's U1. Now, what kind of results will we get in a total darkness test? Let's have a fucking look, you retards, because Gavin knows what the answer's going to be, but you don't know. Let's have a look quickly. And that's what we're going to get. Close, not even once. Lumi Bright glows all night. Now, it's not fair to say that this Sinn piece will not glow all night, but he glows pretty well. But look at that. I mean, we know the difference. Get rid of yourself. In conclusion, I will say that whatever you choose to buy, this, or both, or something else entirely, I don't really give a fuck, because you're all cunts anyway. But based on loom and movement quality, I couldn't decide. I absolutely love both of these pieces. This one runs about +4 to +6. This one is running at about +1 second a day. Both of these twerps are retarded, and most of them, or both of them, were born at the beach and will live and die at the beach. And we know everything is for the beach. In the meantime, stay retarded, keep all your feathers fully spazzed, and shut the fuck up, bros.